Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to Ella and Alec's story. This is Ella. 1 week later. It's another early morning with my enchanted stalkers and wizard boyfriend. Alec and I are our regular places for this ritual. He's seated on his favourite chair. I'm camped out by the bedroom window. And the stalkers, they're playing their part as well. Ella, we want Cinderella, noisy little buggers. Across the bedroom, Alec flips to a new page in his notebook. What do you have for me today? 31 humans are traipsing around down there. 12 carry signs. Each one reads the same thing as always. Pick a new prince, Ella. Alec scribbles on the sheet before him. They're not a very creative group, are they? Sure, there's nothing else. Turning, I inspect the crowd once more. Oh, I missed one. A new sign reads, Choose. I squint, not believing what I'm seeing. Choose Prince Jacoby. What the hell? Alec leaps up, runs over to the window and scans the sidewalk below. That's what it says, all right. This is rather unexpected, to say the least. Jacoby is an 18-year-old elf hottie and my long-time buddy. Sadly, the man doesn't understand the concept of friend zone. The last time I saw Jacoby was right before the glass slipper ball, and at that point, he suggested that we merge our powers and futures. For the millionth time, I told him no. Have you heard from Jacoby since the ball? Asked Alec. Not a peep. Even so, this sign is definitely not from him. How can you be sure? If Jacoby wanted something, he'd show up and ask. I point toward the window. Whoever made that sign, they just want us to think it's Jacoby. You're right. Alec presses his palms against his eyes, and this stuff is connected somehow. I can feel it. Well, all those enchanted humans work at the same place in the village. My very special stalkers all work at a spot called the Old Bazaar. It's an outdoor fair that runs on weekends. Alec and I looked into every employee and which tent they worked. Beyond the fact that they were employed at the same place, we couldn't find any patterns. Alec shakes his head. It's more than where they work. I just can't put my finger on it. I hug my elbows. I agree. This situation with my stalkers is like those blown-up drawings made of tiny little dots. Up close, it's a bunch of nonsense. It's only when you step back far enough that you can see an actual picture. The trouble is, both Alec and I have been at this for weeks, and we still have no idea of a bigger pattern. All of a sudden, a fresh round of chants echo into the apartment. Lost her wings, sad little fairy has lost her wings. I glance over to Alec. Did he hear that? Based on the mixture of outrage and empathy in his eyes, he certainly did. What else did I expect? Whatever magic protects humans from detecting my enchanted stalkers, it doesn't affect magic aurum like Alec. On reflex, I rub my shoulders, right at the place where my wings should be. There's nothing, once again. My soul cracks with sorrow. Alec crosses the room to pull me into a deep hug. When he next speaks, his voice is a soothing purr. You're perfect, just as you are. Shaking my head, I try to toss thoughts of my lost wings from my mind. Not happening. I feel them sometimes, Alec. It's like I can fly away, but when I look, there's nothing on my back but scars. Alec kisses the top of my head. I'm so sorry. I sniffle and reorganize myself. I've got this. Who cares if random humans stalk my sidewalk? Why worry that the Colonel took away my best friend on a secret adventure? And how can I get upset about some lost wings? When I asked that last question, my voice breaks with grief. Alec pulls me in closer. I lean more deeply into his hug. Was that an internal pep talk? Yeah, I sigh. Not too good, eh? Alex leans back into our gazes, and they lock. Here's what's going to happen. We'll both get ready for school, then I'll transport you to Westlake Prep. In time for class. I frown. But you have some kind of torture festival going on today. You're not supposed to be at school. Yes, I'm leading the annual board meeting for Lasham Industries this morning. But if you leave soon, I'll have more than enough time to get you to school and meet with the board. Thank you, I forced a smile. And like always, I'll be ready in 20. That's my Ella. Alex steps away, reaches into his pocket and pulls out a huge sapphire. He raises the gemstone, then pauses. Alex's gaze locks with mine. Whatever is happening with those stalkers, I know one thing. You will figure it out. All the love I've ever known shines in Alex's eyes. I have total faith in you, Ella. At those words, something deep within me awakens. A buzz of power moves through my chest. I felt this before, but never so strongly. It's my own fey magic. A sense of knowing and rightness ignites my very soul. Yes, I say solemnly, I believe I will. Alec lifts his fists and creates a pillar of blue light. A moment later, Alec is gone. His words stay with me, though. You will figure it out. For a minute, I pace my bedroom and think through my options. Any idea appears, and I love the concept. Sure, my transport spell had me arriving at home naked, but I did get here. Why should I wait around for some enchanted humans to let me know what's wrong with my life? I can cast my own spell and get the truth. No more looking through windows. Alec called it. I will find the answers I need, and I will do it right now. Now, I talk a big game about casting a divining spell, but I stall a little bit before I start. Okay, I stall a lot. In my defense, I do need a snack. There's also the fact that I'm 2 levels behind Alec on my favourite game, Magic Iron Killers, so I have to focus on that for a little while. Eventually, I run out of things to pretend that I need to do. It's time to get magical. One spell coming right up. Closing my eyes, I tap into my power inside my chest. Energy zings through my limbs. The pulse of my magic grows strong within me. I raise my arms. Pink light erupts around me. A haze of sparkling fairy dust congeals by my hand. Pure joy sparks in my heart. I've never tapped into this much magic before. Next, I need to focus it beyond boiling water. I haven't mastered any complex spells yet. In all honesty, I'm not sure what comes next, so I make stuff up. Oh, my magic, I begin. Send me some help so I can figure out what's happening with these human stalkers. Since that sounds a little abrupt, I decide to add a little more into my incantation. That is, if you're not busy. Thank you. My fairy dust now expands into a tall cloud of all things pink and sparkly. When the spell ends, the fairy dust vanishes. In its place, SKYE is here. Hello there, she says in a drawl. I'm SKYE. She snaps her fingers, and her legs transform into a puff of smoke. I'm a genie. Oh no. In the world of Magicorum, there are 2 phrases you don't want to hear. The magical rapture is nigh and hello. I'm a genie. At this point, I prefer the rapture. Nice to officially meet you, SKYE. I do remember you from my classroom and everything. I shoot her a little wave. Thanks for stopping by, but you can just mosey along now. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I summoned you by mistake. SKYE drops into the couch and proceeds to do one of those Russian kick dance things for a minute straight, all while crying out, "Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo." My heart sinks. What the hell have I gotten myself into? Finally, SKYE stops her kick first. Summoning me wasn't a mistake. You meant to pull me here for one simple reason. You're turning into a genie yourself. You're dissolving. Whatever. I'm not turning into a genie. This isn't my best comeback, but it's early in the morning and I wasn't expecting a genie in my bedroom. Really? Asked SKYE. What's the first sign that you're dissolving? While she waits on my answer, SKYE sets her hands under her armpits and flaps like a bird. Oh man, was this ever a bad idea? I'm waiting. SKYE now adds a jutting head motion to a bird impression. Combined with the fact that her hat is tall and round, she reminds me of Bert from Sesame Street as he does a pigeon impression. Shoot me now. Still, I answer the question. The first sign is that you think you have 2 fairy tale life templates, but that's not me. It is. You're a thief, aren't you? Only because my stepfamily really sucks, which is true. And the stalker humans out there, didn't you find out? They all work in the same place. Yeah, they're from an outdoor shopping fair. Sky stops a pigeon dance. And what's that place called? The old bazaar. The moment the words leave my mouth, I can see where Sky is going with this. Let's count up Aladdin references here. Sky rubs her hands together. First, there's you, the thief. Second, your stalkers work at Old Bazaar, a place where Aladdin did some serious stealing. And third, there's me, your genie. You can kid yourself, but you can't fool me. You're dissolving from a Cinderella life template into one that's about Aladdin. Soon, you'll be a genie, as I am. She sets her hand under her armpit again, only this time it's to make fart noises. And this is why I never ever want to become a genie. Fart noises? Seriously? What do you say? Asked Sky. Want to take the plunge? Become a genie. No. Again, that's not a great comeback, but I'm doing my best here. But it's so lovely to be a genie. You meet people, fly around, cast spells, live alone for eternity. She floats up to sit on the ceiling. It does get lonesome, by the way. You get used to it, though. She rolls her eyes in the opposite direction at the same time while singing the Oscar Mayer Weiner song. I pinch the bridge of my nose. Why couldn't I get a genie that does celebrity impressions? This is a disaster. No, I'll tell you what's a disaster. Null Adele, the mistress of Moonshadow. She's the one behind your human stalkers. There, I did what your spell commanded to do and gave you some answers. It's true that genies are unhinged, but they're also unable to lie. So whatever this news is about now, Adele, is important. Tell me more. You know how it works in fairylands. In the place is a ton of little fiefdoms fighting it out for power. Sky raises her right hand and makes it talk like a puppet. I want power, says Sky's right hand. No, I want power, says the left. You follow, asks Sky. It would be easier if we weren't using hand puppets while sitting on my ceiling, but I won't get picky right now. Sure, I understand. And every fiefdom comes in pairs, summer and winter, east and west, seelie and unseelie. Get it? Sure do. Well, now Adele is the mistress of Moonshadow, only her opposite, the mistress of Moonbeams, has never appeared. You can imagine why that's a problem. Actually, I can't. Having an opposite feeds your power. Fed fiefdoms steal magic back and forth. Being without your other half cuts your potential power base in half. Now Sky starts flying around my bedroom like it's a racetrack. I give her a minute to get my yayas out before I interrupt. So what does Nal Adele want with me? Sky stops. For years, Nal Adele has had agents out searching for a mistress of moonbeams. At the glass slipper ball, one of them detected a unique magical signature on you. Now Nat Adele thinks you're her missing half And you know what happens next, don't you? She wants me to move to the fairylands and share power. Skye laughs so hard she does aerial somersaults around the room. No, silly. She wants to drain your magic. These enchanted humans are only the beginning. Not Adele will use them and other tools in order to herd you someplace where she can destroy you, body and soul. Ta-da! No, I cry. Wait, we were just getting to the useful stuff. But Skye's gone. I try summoning the genie again, nothing happens. In fact, I'm so focused on my task that I don't even notice how Alec is back. Ella, are you okay? Sure, I could tell him the truth here, but it would be the oldest cliche in the book. The first thing anyone who's dissolving says is that a genie told them they're dissolving, but that will never happen. There's no way I'm sharing any of this with Alec right now. I need to think through how to position this properly. Alec has enough to worry about, without thinking I'm going cuckoo, genie style. And don't worry, Alec. I'm totally fine. But you're still in your pyjamas. I was going to transport you to school, remember? Right. Oops. I'll get ready in a jiffy. In the end, I get dressed in all 90 seconds. Fast costume changes are a necessary part of being a con artist. In short order, I'm wearing a brown dress and sandals. And did I mention that Alec wears a suit coat and a fancy shirt? He does. Yum yum. I slap on what I hope is a convincing smile. Ready? Alec gives me the side eye. Maybe he'll tell me what's really happening over dinner tonight. My phone screen turns into a real one. It's wonderful to have someone like Alec in my life. The man understands me deeply. Yes, I reply. I absolutely will. And that is the next part of Alec and Ella. So is she really dissolving into another fairy tale life template or not? Interesting. I don't think she is. I think it's all a trick from Nal Adele. I think there's a lot of tricks happening with Ella right now that are pushing her in the wrong direction on a purpose. So I don't think she actually is. Thanks for listening to this episode. If you hear snoring in the background, it's actually Storm, who is now 11 weeks old, but she can snore like a little trooper. Many blessings.